What's up guys, Joey here. I'm out at the New Year's Cheers Volcano Winery 3-hour run today. There's a beautiful rainbow right behind me. Hopefully you guys can see that. I've never actually run for 3 hours before, so I'm super stoked to see how I can do and how many miles I can get to. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end of the race. Probably much less chipper and maybe without any legs. Alright guys, so we just finished the race. I had no idea it was going to be a trail run. That was a shocker. Look at this. Straight uphill and a huge gap. What's going on? Jeez. Alright, how you feeling about this race, Mike? Keep moving, stay alive, make sure your legs keep working? Yes, sir. Alright. What's your goal for this race, Andrea?
Drink a lot of wine. Drink a lot of wine, yeah.
Okay. Alright. Any mileage goals?
No, just wine. Maybe a couple bottles each.
Okay, yeah. Couple bottles each. I believe it. How are you feeling about the race?
Feeling good. I'm so ready. My first organized race, and it's at a winery. Just my style.
This is your first organized race?
This is my first organized race that I've ever paid to be a part of.
Nice! 3 hours. That's quite a commitment.
3 hours. Just gotta keep moving. That's the goal. Just keep moving.
We'll see how it goes.
He's hyped. He's ready. We're here to drink some wine. Not to do running, he's here to do some running. They're ready to run.
Not only are they ready, they're already down.
Stretch it out, you guys. Stretch it out. Stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Those are sweet running shoes.
Thank you. Bye! Go, Andrea, go!
Let the drinking begin.
Look at the rainbow. It's so beautiful.
Yay.
There they go.
See if we can find ourselves some wild runners. It's like days now, trucking in the wilderness.
4-wheel drive. Both feet covered in mud, sweat, and tears.
Oh goodness.
Wow. This is crazy.
This is nuts.
Yep. Wow, how pretty. This is crazy. Good hand. Beautiful. Honestly, I appreciate the rope for safety's sake. Good call.
Put my hand in the mud.
You guys are doing great. Here we go! Woo!
One juicy caboose.
Mike, 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 Mike. Woo! I get it! Go! She's killing it! Here he comes! Woo! Go, Joey, go! And friend! Nice caboose!
Oh, just got finished. Me and Amanda got the same amount of laps.
13 miles.
13 miles trail running for 3 hours. That's pretty intense. With the most endurance, got 16, at least 16, potentially 17. There could have been a discrepancy in the counting, but We are exhausted, our legs don't work, and we haven't eaten since yesterday, so we're going to get something to eat. Alright guys, so we just finished the race. I had no idea it was going to be a trail run. That was a shocker. There were some parts of the race that were climbing a 15-foot lava rock ledge with a rope. So that was definitely a time killer. I've never actually run more than 13 miles, more than a half marathon before. So I was really hoping to hit like 18 or 19 miles on this 3-hour run. But with obstacles that we faced, not really feasible for me. I'm not an excellent runner by any means, but I do try to push myself. And I did for the most part during the first 2 hours of the run. I had a 9.5 minute pace for the first 2 hours, and then pretty much just walked the rest because my legs started seizing up. So yeah, definitely overextended myself. Probably should have stretched a little bit more and done some trail running. We actually just signed up for it this morning, so we had no idea what really we were getting ourselves into. But overall, great race. Amanda and I ran 13 like we just said. Mike ran closer to like 16. Awesome race hosted by Volcano Winery, located right outside Volcano National Park. If I have some saltiness on my forehead, that's because I didn't wipe it off and it's just sweat. I'm going to tell you a quick story about how I started running. I started running in college because I found out that I could get some bonus points from my physical education class if I ran a 5K. So I asked my dad, who was a runner throughout high school and throughout his adult career, if he would run this 5K with me, and I trained up for it and ran the whole thing. It was actually Chick-fil-A hosted 5K where you would run half of the race, eat 2 chicken biscuits, and then run the other half of the race. And you wouldn't be eligible to be the winner if you didn't consume those 2 chicken biscuits. I definitely wasn't shooting to win. I wasn't even a runner at the time. So I ate 1 chicken biscuit because I was hungry, didn't have any breakfast, and I saved my second chicken biscuit till the end. Pushed myself a little too hard, got sick, and then I had a chicken biscuit afterwards, which was just the most absolutely redeeming part of that whole experience. But how I started training is I tried to run 3 miles without stopping. The first time I tried, I stopped probably 6 or 7 times. I carried a water bottle with me. I carried 2 water bottles with me actually, because I couldn't run for 3 miles at a time without taking several stops to catch my breath and to take some water. So then I kept running, trying to run this 3 miles without stopping, and I stopped maybe 5 or 6 times the first time. Got it down to 3 times, then I cut it down to 2 times, and then I cut it down to 1 time. Finally, after about 5 times of attempting this run, I was able to run the entire 3 miles without stopping, which was an enormous accomplishment for me because I wasn't a runner. I am on cloud 9 right now that we all just finished this 3-hour race. That's the longest by far that I have run, especially trail run. So yeah, we are just super stoked, and I can't vouch enough for the runner's high that you may have heard of before. People just feel excellent after large amounts of physical activity, and that's kind of what we're experiencing. We're definitely hurting. Our legs don't really work that well. We need to get some food in us, but I highly recommend starting to run or starting to do something a little easier like going swimming or cycling, like riding a bike, because it's a lot easier on your body. I highly recommend staying active because it's just going to prolong our quality of life. Because if we continue to just sit around and not do anything, that is how our years as senior citizens are going to be. So whether you're over 65 or you're a teenager, I highly recommend running as a form of exercise. It's so easy to do. You don't need any expensive equipment. You need a basic pair of shoes that you can find from a Goodwill or a thrift store like I do. And it's an incredible way to have a natural high after running, as well as doing something so good for your body, which is just getting out and moving and exercising, getting some cardio in. So that was my experience running. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for some more Hawaii adventure and finance content. Thanks guys, I'll talk to you soon. All right, this up ahead is a time killer for sure. Look at this, straight uphill and a huge gap. What's going on? Jeez.